Here's an interesting statement. I join Judge Black insomuch as while enjoying my privacy, I am compelled to admit that government has a right to invade it unless specifically prohibited by some specific constitutional provision, unquote.
Mr. President, this paper is in no uncertain terms an argument that privacy is not a right guaranteed by the Constitution.
Why hasn't this ever been
Never
brought
came
up?
up, sir.
We spent 2 months vetting our home run nominee. He doesn't believe in a privacy guarantee, and it never came up.
It was simply never an issue in any ruling he handed down. And if I may, sir, we don't know for sure that he's the author of the document.
We do know.
If he is, I don't think we can necessarily hold a 55-year-old man responsible for something he wrote when he was 26.
We're not going to be able to hold him responsible if we put him on the bench. Or I promise you, this issue is going to come up.
When does Harrison get in?
Later tonight.
I want him first thing in the morning.
Yes, sir.
When was the last time either of you slept? I don't care. Get ready for this.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Judges are bound to interpret the Constitution within the strict parameters of the text itself. The Constitution doesn't provide for a right of privacy. The right doesn't exist.
The Third Amendment says soldiers can't be quartered in private homes. The Fifth provides protection against self-incrimination, and the Fourth against unreasonable searches. Do you deny the right to privacy lives in those passages?
No, I do not deny it. But the fact that the framers enumerated those specific protections is all the more reason to believe that they had no intention of making privacy a de facto right.
They just fought a revolution. They had no question of their freedoms. The Bill of Rights was meant to codify the most crucial of those rights, not to limit the others.
I do this for a living, Mr. Seaborn.
So do I, Your Honor.
Peyton, do I have the right to put on an ugly plaid jacket and a loud polka dot tie and walk down Main Street?
Yes.
And where in the Constitution is that right guaranteed?
First Amendment, freedom of expression.
What about the use of cream in my coffee? Surely there can be no free speech argument to be made there.
No.
So you would have no objection to the state of New Hampshire passing a law banning the use of cream in coffee?
I would have strong objection, Mr. President, as I like cream as well, but I would have no constitutional basis to strike down the law when you brought your case to the Supreme Court.
As I lose the votes of coffee drinkers everywhere.
In 1787, there was a sizable block of delegates who were initially opposed to the Bill of Rights. This is what a member of the Georgia delegation had to say by way of opposition. If we list a set of rights, some fools in the future are going to claim that people are entitled only to those rights enumerated and no others. So the framers knew.
Were you just calling me a fool, Mr. Seaborn?
I wasn't calling you a fool, sir. The brand new state of Georgia was.
Gentlemen, laws must emanate from the Constitution.
There are natural laws, Judge.
I do not deny there are natural laws, Mr. Ziegler. I only deny that judges are empowered to enforce them.
Then who will?
That's not up to me. And this sideshow is over with all due respect, Mr. President. I find this kind of questioning very rude.
I understand, Peyton. Could you give us a little time, please? We'll make you comfortable while you're waiting.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Put him on a bus.
Mr. President, if this is really about abortion, he already told
It's not
us.
just about abortion. It's about the next 20 years. 20s and 30s, it was the role of government. 50s and 60s, it was civil rights. The next 2 decades are going to be privacy. I'm talking about the internet. I'm talking about cell phones. I'm talking about health records and who's gay and who's not. And moreover, in a country born on the will to be free, what could be more fundamental than this?
Toby?